In the pickup truck world, it's all about what have you done for me lately? And Ford has done a lot, starting with this EcoBoost. What's EcoBoost? Well, if you've seen our past videos on the Flex and the Taurus SHO, you know it's a direct injection twin turbo motor that produces a lot of power. Basically, it's the fuel economy of a V6 with the power of a V8. For example, 5-liter V8 in this vehicle has 360 horsepower, 380 pound-feet of torque. Now, this EcoBoost, it's only a 3.5-liter V6, but you get 365 horsepower and 420 pound-feet of torque. Ford is clearly ahead of the game with this EcoBoost engine. It's all about getting to those 2016 CAFE standards. All the car companies, car and truck companies, have to get their fuel economy average down to a certain level, and engines like this are going to help. Don't be surprised if you see a 4-cylinder EcoBoost in the near future. Now, the additional cost on the EcoBoost package is about $1,750, and the first question you may ask is it worth it? At 21.5 miles per gallon, the EcoBoost performs about 1.5 miles per gallon better than the V8 and a half a mile per gallon worse than the V6. So, depending on the kind of driving you do, you'll have to weigh it out. But speaking of gasoline, one of the innovative things about Ford vehicles is this no-cap gas filler door. So, essentially, you open the door, and there's no cap to remove. Very nice. It's going to come in handy, especially if you buy this thing as a 21.5 miles per gallon. You'll be doing a few fill-ups. But the only way to distinguish an EcoBoost from a regular F-150 is from the EcoBoost badging you see here on the side. From a design standpoint, I got to tell you, the Ford F-150 is definitely above the competition. When you consider the Toyota and Chevy trucks, and even the Nissan trucks, they're a little outdated, all kind of due for a redesign. Dodge is the next freshest truck, and it's a pretty nice looking truck, but I think Ford has it beat. It's a little bit subjective, but I think Ford has it beat not only because of the outside, but also because of the inside. They've really worked on the ergonomics. They've got some great technologies and very vivid screens. The F-150 drives and handles great. All F-150s do. And as mentioned before, I think they've done a great job with instrumentation, the gauges. It's such a step up from where F-150 used to be. It used to be at the bottom of the list. Now it's at the top of the list for technology. You got Microsoft Sync. You got everything you need here. Basically, this is like a car, but of course you get the utility of a truck. So the big question is, EcoBoost, is it worth the money? Does it really have the V8 performance with V6 economy? Well, I can tell you it does. As you can see, plenty of acceleration, towing, hauling, everything you need, this vehicle does. You don't need a V8 anymore. And what I did is I took a friend of mine who drives a Silverado V8 on a daily basis. This is a blue-collar, hard-working guy. He knows trucks. I let him drive this and didn't tell him it was a V6 EcoBoost. He was blown away. He thought it was an upgraded V8. And it is in many ways, because this outperforms his Silverado's V8. That's a big, bold statement. So there you have it, the Ford F-150 EcoBoost. Certainly you're driving the future of pickup trucks today.